Very good evening to one and all. So hope you guys are able to hear me and able to see my screen, guys, everyone. Can you guys please confirm over the chat? Come on, guys. Whether you guys are able to hear me or not. Come on, guys, whether you guys are able to hear me or not, sir. Ah, fine. So what we have covered, sir, on yesterday? What we had covered on yesterday, sir? What we have covered, guys, on yesterday? So we just completed with what? Control statements in PLSQL, right, sir? How many types of control statements are there in the PLSQL? Yesterday we completed related to what? PLSQL control statements, sir. PLSQL control statements. So tell me, sir, how many types of PLSQL control statements are there, sir? As per our yesterday's discussion, 2 or 3? Only 2, sir. As I told you, like as an only 2, sir. In Java, we have the 3 types. One is conditional control statements, unconditional control statements, and looping control statements are there in Java. Okay. As I said on yesterday, with respect to the PLSQL, the control statements are nothing but in 2 categories. One is what? Conditional control statements. Another one is what? Looping control statements. Right, sir? That is what we have discussed, sir. Okay. So we have only the two types of control statements. Okay. Control statements in PLSQL. Number one, that is conditional control statements. Okay. Conditional control statements, and then followed by what? And then looping control statements, sir. And then the looping control statements, sir. Okay. Yes. Coming to the conditional control statements, what we have covered, sir? The first one is what? The first one we have discussed about what, sir? If then condition, right, sir? If then condition, right or not? And then second one is what? If then else condition, right or not, sir? Right or not? That is what, like as in the second condition we have learned, right? And then what we have learned, sir? The third one. If else if ladder, else if then, right, sir? These are the things we have discussed, right? And the fourth one is what? Case when block, right? So case when a block. Agree? These are the things which we have covered on yesterday, right, sir? Have you practiced the things, sir? Have you practiced the things in your local mission or not? Have you practiced the things in your local mission or not, guys, everyone? Everyone tell me, sir. Are you practiced the things or not, sir? Okay. So, okay then. So case when block, sir. These are nothing but what are the conditional control statements, sir, in PLSQL, right? So have you practiced the things, sir? Have you gone through the notes at least? Have you gone through the notes or not at least? For understanding the examples. Have you practiced or have you executed these things in your local mission or not? Okay. Yeah, fine, sir. So what are the looping control statements we have, sir? What are the looping control statements we have? As we have discussed on yesterday. So one is what? The basic loop. One is what? The basic loop. Another one is what? The while loop. Another one is what? The for loop, sir. Right? Right or not? These are the 3 kinds of loop which we have discussed on yesterday. If anybody not at clear on this one, please refer through the yesterday's notes, sir. Where you can have what? The syntaxes. Okay, where you can have what? The syntaxes and all this stuff, right, sir? Right? So We have completed with what are the control statements, right? So what is that one, sir? Yesterday 41 session, right, sir? Yesterday will be what? The 41 session. Okay, Oracle PLSQL control statements, sir. Okay, Oracle PLSQL control statements, right? So this is how you can write like as and what if else if condition, sir. Okay, and how you can write what case when block. Okay, and as I told you, sir, on yesterday in the looping control statements, the very first one is what? A basic loop, sir. Okay, this is loop starts, and where you can write what? The lot of statement, where you can write what group of statements under the begin loop and the end loop, sir. Okay, this is nothing but on the loop, how you can you write. Okay, in the declare section, we just declared the number, sir, and the begin block, we just initialized the value with that, we just initialized the value here, and we just started with the loop. And if the I is greater than 10, then I'm going to exit from the loop, sir. Otherwise, what I'm going to do, sir, I'm going to display what I value, nothing more than that. Okay, this is how you need to write what the basic loop in PLSQL, sir. Basic loop in PLSQL. Whenever you guys wanted to write a while condition, while loop, this is what like as in the syntax you need to follow. While keyword followed by the condition, and then a loop start here where you can write what the action of statements, and this is nothing but an what end of the while block, sir. Okay, this is what like as in the snippet for that. How to write like as in the while loop, and this is nothing but an what for loop, sir. Okay, so for loop syntax. So for then counter variable, okay, and in this is nothing but an what start value, and this is nothing but an what end value of the loop, sir. Understand? This is the syntax for what writing like as in the for loop, sir. Clear, sir, everyone? If anybody missed yesterday's session, please go through the notes and practice the things in your local mission, sir. Okay, yeah. So fine. These are the things which we have discussed on yesterday, sir. Everyone is that clear with respect to the control statements? With respect to the control statements, everyone is that clear? Yes. Okay, sir. So before starting of our today's discussion, sir, I would like to develop one sample PLSQL block. Okay. Let us give a try for that. Okay. So example, sir. Okay. Example. Try to understand, sir. Develop the PLSQL block. Okay, develop like as an what the PLSQL block for taking as an what the account number, for taking as an what customer account number, sir. Okay, customer account number, and then okay, and the name of the customer. Okay, and the name of the customer, sir, and the name of customer, and the name of the customer, sir, and then followed by what you need to take, sir. Just taking what the customer account number and the name of the customer, sir, and the current balance of an account. Okay, nothing but what the current balance of an account, sir. Current balance of an account. Okay, current balance of an account, and then the transaction amount and the transaction amount as well. That is another input which we are going to collect from the end user. Current balance of an account and the transaction amount of an account. Transaction amount. Okay, and transaction amount and transaction, the transaction code as well, sir. Okay, D for what? Deposit, sir. D for what? Deposit, and W for what? Okay, C for what? Deposit, and W for what? Withdraw, sir. W for what? Withdrawal. Okay, withdrawal. Calculate the net balance. Calculate what? The net balance of a customer. Understand my requirement, sir? Understand my requirement? You need to develop like as in one PLSQL block just for taking what? Account number of a customer, and the name of the customer, and the current and the balance of an account, and how much amount you wanted to perform the transaction, whether you want to withdraw or deposit. That is the transaction amount, you need to decide it. And then you need to select the transaction operation as well. So D stands for what? Deposit, and W stands for what? Withdraw, sir. And you need to calculate what? Net balance. How can you calculate the net balance, sir? Tell me, sir. How can you calculate like as in the net balance? for the deposit operation means nothing but an what? Current balance. Deposit operation means what would be the net balance, sir? What would be the net balance? Nothing but an nothing but an what? Current balance plus transaction amount or not? Come on, guys. This is for deposit operation or not, guys? This is for deposit operation or not? What is the net balance you need to calculate? Which is nothing but what? The current balance plus a transaction amount, right or not? Come on, guys. So if it is a withdrawal operation, okay, if it is a withdrawal operation, sir, what would be the net balance, sir? What would be the net balance? Net balance is equal to current balance, okay, minus transaction amount, sir. Okay, this is what the PLSQL block you need to develop, sir. Understand, sir? Understand, guys, everyone, the requirement, what you need to do? You need to collect the inputs from the end user as in what? Customer number, account number, name of the customer, current balance of that particular account, and the transaction amount as well, and the transaction operation as well, sir. Transaction code as well. So whether you want to deposit the account or withdraw the amount, your PLSQL block need to calculate what? Net balance of that customer. Hope you guys are comfortable. Hope you guys are understand the requirement or not. Come on, guys. Everyone understand the requirement or not, sir? Can you give a try for this one, sir? Can you give a try for this, for developing this PLSQL block? Or do you need to develop this one, sir? I will give you another task, sir. So for this, the PLSQL block, I will develop here. Okay. Understand carefully, sir. Understand carefully. Whoever like is in the missed on yesterday session, try to focus here for better understanding, sir. Understand? So this is what like is in the PLSQL block you need to develop for what? Taking the account number, name of the customer, current balance of the customer, okay, current balance of the customer, and then what? The transaction amount and the transaction which you want to perform as what? D for deposit and W for what? Withdraw. And we need to calculate what? Net balance of the customer. If it is a deposit operation means how can you calculate the net balance? Current balance plus transaction amount, sir. If it is a withdrawal operation means nothing but an what? Net balance is equal to current balance minus transaction amount. Clear? These are the things we need to perform, sir. Shall we start developing the code? Shall we start developing the code? Come on, guys. Everyone. Shall we start developing this PLSQL block, sir? Everyone? Yes. Okay, then. Yeah. So observe carefully, sir. So what is the first section, sir? What is the first section for every PLSQL block? What is the first section for every PLSQL block? What is the first section for every PLSQL block? Declare section. Declare section. What is the purpose of declare section, sir? What is the purpose of declare section? I need answers from you, sir. What is the purpose of declare section? Just for declaring the variables, constants, cursors, exceptions, everything required for the PLSQL block. Okay. Yes. I'm going to. Okay. And I'm going to take as an what? Okay. I'm just taking as an what? Account number of and the type called what? Number type. Okay. Okay. And the account number as on the what? Number type, sir. And then we are collecting what? Account number from the end user. Okay. That's all. And then followed by what? And then what? Account name, sir. Account name or customer name. Okay. Account name or customer name. That is nothing but on what? Varchar 2 of 20 characters, which I'm going to take from the end user only, right, sir? Okay. So customer name or account name should be as in the string type of value. I'm just collecting that was I'm just collecting as in what? Single quotes, sir. Okay. That is nothing but an what? Account name, sir. That's all. Okay, done. Then what is the next one, sir? Current balance, sir. Okay, current balance, which is of an what number type. Okay, number type, and I'm going to take that current balance from end user as well. Okay, current balance. That's all. Okay, and the next one is what? And the next one is what, sir? Current balance. After taking that current balance, what you need to do, sir? Transaction amount, sir. That is a transaction amount. Trans amount I'm going to define here, which is of an the number type and which how much amount you wanted to do the transaction. That's all. Okay, that is nothing but an what? Transaction amount. Hope you guys are comfortable. Or you can take it as an what? A transaction amount, sir. Variable name, that should be fine. Okay, transaction amount done. And then the transaction code, sir. And I'm going to take what? The transaction code. Transaction code means nothing but an what? Transaction code. Nothing but an what? Varchar 2 of 1 character. Okay, that is nothing but an what? Transaction code, sir. Okay, so D stands for what? Deposit, sir. And D stands for what? Deposit, and W stands for what? Withdraw. Okay, that is nothing but on the transaction code I'm writing. I'm just reading from the end user. That is nothing but a transaction code, sir. Okay, and then finally the net balance, sir. Finally what? Net balance. That is nothing but an what? Number type. Hope you guys are comfortable about the variables which we have declared in the declare section. Any doubts? So these are the inputs which we are collecting from the end user. Account number we are taking from the end user. Account name we are taking from the end user. Current balance also we are taking from the end user. Transaction amount is also we are taking from the end user. Transaction code also we are taking from the end user. So that may be on what? D stands for what? Deposit, and W stands for what? Withdraw. Okay, and finally we need to calculate what? Net balance. Okay, and then what we need to do, sir, immediately after declaring the variables, required for the PLSQL program or the PLSQL block, what is the next immediate section we have? Begin section, right? Yes, begin section. Okay, so in the begin section, what you can have, sir? You can have the business logic, right, sir? You can have like as in what? The business logic, right, sir? Okay, so see, sir, I'm going to write what? Business logic here. Okay, yes. So business logic. Okay, if condition, sir. If transaction, if the transaction code, okay, if the transaction code equal to what? Either D. Okay, if the transaction code is D means, then what I need to do, sir? Then what I need to do? Then I need to calculate what? Net balance. Okay, net balance is equal to current balance plus, okay, current balance plus what we can say, sir? The transaction amount, right, sir? The transaction amount, right or not? Right, sir? Yes. And then, so what is the next condition, sir? What is the next condition? Here we have else if, sir. Okay, else if condition. So else if condition, that is nothing but an what? The transaction code double equal to W, sir. The transaction code is if the transaction code is W, okay, then what I need to do, sir? I need to calculate what? Net balance, sir. Okay, net balance is equal to current balance minus okay, net balance is equal to what? Current balance equal to, okay, current balance minus, then followed by transaction amount, sir. Okay, that is nothing but what? A transaction amount. Okay, and what we need to do, sir? And end if, sir, one else if end if block we are done, and then another end if block also we are going to close it here. This is main end if, main if, sir. Okay, And finally, I'm going to display that amount. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line of the customer net balance is the customer net balance is okay, net balance value. I'm going to print it here. That's all, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. What we have developed here, the PLSQL block. Any doubts? Any confusions? Any confusions or any doubts? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Any doubts? Come on, guys. I need some response from you, sir. Whether you guys are followed with me or not for this developing the PLSQL procedure or block. Okay, then. So Control C, sir. I'm just taking the copy of Control C here. Okay. I'm just taking the copy of Control C here. And I'm going to execute this PLSQL block in our SQL command line. Okay. I just already enabled the server output on, sir. I already enabled server output on. And I just executed line per character, sir. Per line for the per line per character is 350 characters in the SQL prompt. Okay. Yeah. Just clear it, sir. Okay. What we can do, copy this one and paste it, sir. Okay. Paste it here. Okay, then. So see, sir, enter account number, sir. 12345. Okay. 12345. And then again, it is asking what the name of the customer. Something what Mahesh. Mahesh is the customer, sir. Okay. Then followed by current balance. 25,000 as in what current balance. And the transaction amount is nothing but on what 10,000. And the transaction code is nothing but on what D, sir. D, sir. Tell me, sir, what is the net balance of the customer? What is the net balance of the customer, sir? Current balance of the customer is 25,000 and the transaction amount is 10,000 and the transaction code is nothing but on what D, sir, depositing. So Naga, how come it is 15,000, sir? We are just doing what? We are just doing the deposit operation. D stands for deposit operation. Okay, current balance is 25,000 and the transaction amount you are doing on what 10,000 for the deposit. So is it going to be getting like 15,000, sir? Yeah, I am asking the net balance. Net balance means nothing but on what total balance only, right? Current balance plus a transaction amount. Okay, yeah. So D stands for what? Deposit, sir. Just see, sir. We got some issues. We got some issues. Line number 11, we got an issue. Line number 13, we got an issue. Line number 15, we got an issue. Okay, yeah. Just a minute. Okay, yeah. Line number 11, we got an issue, sir. Okay, line number 11. Okay, net balance equal to, and this one equal to. Okay, so go to the file, save here, and exit. Yeah, just check it out, sir. Again, re-execute that one. Re-execute the one, sir. Account number 12345. And Mahesh, I'm going to provide as an what? Mahesh. Okay, 25,000 as the current balance. And the transaction amount is what? 10,000. Okay, transaction code is what? D. And see, sir, what you are getting. Line number 15 encountered the symbol of what? If, sir. Encountered the symbol of an what? If. 1 minute. Okay, got it, sir. Okay, go to the ED, sir. Okay, it is not required, I believe. Okay, save this one, sir. Okay, exit. Re-execute, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So account name as an what? Mahesh. 25,000 as an what? Here. Current amount. 1,000 as an what? Here. Transaction code. See what you are getting again. Transaction code must be declared. Transaction code must be declared. Spelling mistake. This is nothing but an what? The transaction code, sir. Okay. Transaction code, sir. This is nothing but on the spelling mistake is there, sir, here. Okay. Transaction. Okay. Transaction. Okay. Yeah. Just check it, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the name is what? Mahesh. Again, 25,000 as an what? Balance. And 10,000 as an what? Transaction amount D, sir. So see, sir. Now we are able to get the things or not, sir? Now we are able to get the things or not? 35,000. Come on, guys. Everyone. Come on, guys. Everyone, is that clear? Yeah. Fine, sir. We are getting like as in the customer net balance or not? Sir, if you practice the PLSQL blocks, then only you will be the getting what hands-on part, sir. If you are not practiced, it means you are not going to do with the PLSQL programming, sir. If you practice the things on the PLSQL block, then only you are able to write what PLSQL stored procedures, PLSQL and functions and all this stuff. Understand? If you are not able to work out on these things, means PLSQL programming is not good for you, sir. Okay. Try to practice the things in your local mission. Understand? Try to practice the things in your local mission, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Fine, sir. This is all about for what? How can you write like as in the PLSQL blocks using what are the control statements, sir? Okay. Shall we move on to the next discussion of our the PLSQL? So we are in the good shape of writing what some PLSQL blocks, utilizing the declare block, using what declaration section, begin section, end section, all these things we have learned, right? Right or not, sir? You guys are comfortable to write some PLSQL block? You guys are some comfortable to write the PLSQL block or not? How to declare the variables, all this stuff. Yes, sir. No need of writing the extra end if is not required, sir, here. Okay. Extra end if is not required. Only one is enough, sir. Yeah. Good, sir. Okay. Yeah. So now we will be moving on to the next discussion. That is nothing but an working with the cursors. Working with the cursors, sir. Okay. Working with what? Cursors in a PLSQL, sir. Yeah. So see, sir, basically the cursors, as I already told you, sir, in the introductory session, basically cursors are purely meant for what? Holding for the bulk data, right or not? As I already given you the best example for the cursors with similar to JDBC. Okay. In JDBC, when you guys are executing the select statement using execute query method, it is going to return what, sir? Result set object or not? What does the result set object contains? Select query data or not, sir? Select query data or not? Right? At the same way, sir, at the PLSQL side, using like as in the cursor variable, sir, you can hold what? the select query data, sir. Select query data. Understand? Cursor is nothing but on a pointer. Cursor is nothing but on the pointer that points to what? Result of a query. Result of a query. Whatever the select query you are passed, okay, that select query data should be holded by what? Cursor only, sir. And basically cursors are used for what? Processing the bulk of records in the database table, sir. Whenever you guys wanted to do some kind of the processor for every record in the database table, then definitely the cursors are going to be helpful for us. Understand, sir? Cursors are meant for what? Holding the bulk data of the given SQL statement. That's all, nothing more than that. It's just like as in the pointer to hold what? Select query result. Understand? And basically the cursors concept is used for what? Processing the bulk of records in the database table. And Oracle supports two types of cursors, sir. One is what? Implicit cursors. Another one is what? Explicit cursors, sir. Implicit cursors means, okay, implicit cursor, sir. Okay, the cursor which can be managed by the Oracle, such a cursors we can call it as an what? Implicit cursors, or we can call it as an what? Predefined cursors, sir. Understand, sir? If a particular cursor is managed, if the cursor managed by the Oracle engine, okay, managed by the Oracle, such cursors are called as predefined cursors, or we can say what? Implicit cursors, sir. Understand, sir? Predefined or implicit cursors. Understand? Predefined cursors or implicit cursors, sir. Okay, implicit cursors. Understand, sir? If the cursor variable managed by the Oracle, such a cursors we can call it as an what? The predefined cursor or implicit cursor, sir. If the cursor is created by the programmer, okay, if the cursor is managed by the programmer, sir, such cursors are called explicit cursors or user defined cursors, sir. Understand, sir? User defined cursors. Understand my point, guys, everyone? Oracle supports how many types of cursors, sir? Oracle supports how many types of cursors? Oracle supports how many types of cursors, sir? Oracle supports how many types of cursors? Two types of cursors, sir. One is what? Implicit cursor. Another one is what? Explicit cursor, sir. Cursor is meant for what? Just for holding the bulk of data. Holding like as in the bulk of the data, sir. That's all. Okay. There are the two cursors are there in Oracle. One is what? Implicit cursor. Another one is what? Explicit cursor, sir. If the cursor got managed by the Oracle, such a type of cursor we can call it as an what? Predefined cursor or implicit cursor. If the cursor is managed by the programmer, such a cursors are called as an what? Explicit cursor or user defined cursor, sir. Every Oracle cursor will have the 4 parameters, sir. 4 important parameters. Every Oracle cursor definitely will have the 4 parameters, sir. Okay. Declaring the cursor, opening the cursor, fetching the data from the cursor, okay, and closing the cursor. These are the 4 parameters required for every cursor. If all these 4 steps, if this 4 steps is managed by the Oracle, such cursor we can call it as an what? Tell me, sir. If these 4 steps are managed by the Oracle means, such cursor we can call it as an what cursor, sir? Implicit cursor or explicit cursor? Come on, guys. If these 4 parameters are managed by the cursor, managed by the Oracle means, such a cursor we can call it as an what? Such a cursor we can call it as an what? Predefined cursor or implicit cursor, sir. Understand? Okay. If this 4 steps is done, if this 4 steps is doing by the programmer means, such things we can call, such cursor we can call it as an what? If this 4 steps is managed by the programmer means, tell me such type of cursor we can call it as in what? Implicit or explicit? Implicit or explicit? Explicit cursor, sir. Right? Explicit cursor. Understand? Understand, guys? So don't worry. So we will talk about like as in the each and every step, how to declare the cursor, how to open the cursor, how to fetch the data, from the cursor into the local variables of PLSQL block, how to close the cursor as well. We will be talking about detail in the each step. Okay. Declaring the cursor means nothing but an what, sir? Could you please tell me what do you mean by declaring the cursor, sir? It's just nothing but an defining the cursor variable in the declare section or not? Come on, guys. Declaring the cursor is nothing but an what? Defining the cursor variable and it's associated with a DML statement using is keyword, sir. Using what? Is keyword. So declaring the cursor means nothing but an defining the cursor variable under the declaration section is called declaring the cursor. How can you declare the cursor? Using cursor keyword. See, sir, under the declaration section, so we are going to we are just declaring the cursor variable using what? Cursor keyword, and then followed by cursor name and the is keyword, and you can write what? Any kind of DML statement or DRL statement, sir. Understand, sir? Any kind of SQL statement you can write like what? DML or DRL. Okay, DRL, sir. Okay. Understand, sir? This is what, how you are going to declare what? Cursor, sir. Everyone is that clear? How we are going to define the cursor? So the best example is in this manner, sir. Okay. So declare, okay, declare, that is cursor, and emp underscore cursor. This is what my cursor name, and is select star from employee. That's all. This is how you are going to declare the cursor variable in the declaration section. Everyone is that clear? Come on, guys. Everyone is that clear, sir? How to declare the cursor in the PLSQL block? Everyone is that clear, sir? How to declare the cursor variable in the PLSQL block? Yes. Then so whenever we are just declaring what? We are just declaring what? Cursor variable, sir. We are just declaring what? Cursor variable here in the declaration part. Okay. Then after declaring the cursor, what you need to do, sir? What is the second step? What is the second step, sir? What is the second step? After declaring the cursor, what is the second step? Opening the cursor, sir. Opening the cursor. Once you open the cursor, sir, whatever the select statement you have passed here in the cursor declaration, so that select query will be executed by Oracle engine. Okay. When does this select query will be executed, sir? When you open the cursor only. When you open the cursor only, then only the Oracle engine will execute this select command, sir. Understand? So when you declare the cursor variable in the declaration section, at the time itself, Oracle engine will not execute the SQL query. Whenever you opened the cursor, then only the Oracle engine will execute this select command. That is what I mentioned, sir. Okay. Opening the cursor means Oracle internally executing what? SQL statement by the Oracle engine, which is defined in what? Cursor declaration. Understand, sir? Everyone? Everyone, is that clear? When you open the cursor, then only the Oracle engine will execute this select statement on the table. Okay. That data, at the time only the select query will be executed on the table, sir. Clear? That is nothing but an what? Opening the cursor. How we are going to open the cursor? Open keyword. Open is what? The keyword, and then followed by what? Cursor name, sir. What is our cursor name, sir? What is our cursor name? Tell me, sir. What is our cursor name? EMP underscore cursor or not? Tell me, sir, what is our cursor name, sir? Open cursor name. That is nothing but an emp underscore cursor name or not? Come on, guys. Hope you are clear. The first two steps, how to declare the cursor variable, okay, and how to open the cursor as well. When does the SQL statement of the cursor variable will be executed? Come on, guys. Tell me. When does the SQL statement of the cursor variable will be executed? Come on, guys. When does the SQL statement of the cursor variable will be executed, sir? When does this SQL statement will be executed? When does this SQL statement will be executed? When you open the cursor, okay, after opening the cursor only, the SQL statement defined in the cursor declaration section, it will be executed, sir. Okay, yes. Okay, the third step is what? Fetching the cursor, sir. Okay, fetching the cursor. Fetching the cursor means nothing but an what? Getting the data from the cursor, into what? PLSQL variables, sir. Understand, sir? Whatever the data you have in the cursor, if you wanted to display the data, from the cursor means you can display it. Or else, if you guys wanted to get the data from the cursor and you can store into what? PLSQL local variables, sir. Understand, sir? That you can do. Okay, that we can do, sir. Okay, fetching the cursor means nothing but what? Getting the data from the cursor and into the storing into what? The local variables as well. How can you fetch the data from the cursor? Sir? So fetch keyword and cursor name and into what? PLSQL variables, sir. Into what? PLSQL variables. That's all. Okay. Yes. So here it is what? Fetch emp underscore cursor. Okay. Into what? That is a emp number. Okay. emp number. Okay. Or you can go with what? Employee number. Okay. Or employee name. Okay. Or employee name. Or employee salary. Okay. Or employee job. So means whatever the data we have in the cursor, that data we are getting through fetch class, that the data we are using what? Fetch keyword and dumping into what? PLSQL variables, sir. And dumping into what, sir? PLSQL variables. Hope you guys are comfortable. About this statement or not? We are just fetching the data from the cursor and dumping into what? Local variables of the procedure, local variables of PLSQL block. Understand? Okay. So once we are completed working with the cursor in Oracle, as a programmer, you need to close the cursor by using what? The close statement, sir. That is nothing but what? Close cursor name, sir. Close cursor name. Close cursor name, sir. That's all. At the once your work done with the cursor, as a programmer, you need to close the cursor. That's all. Right, sir? Total how many steps are involved for any kind of cursor, sir, in Oracle? Total how many steps are involved? So what are the 4 important parameters of the cursor? What are the 4 important parameters of the cursor, sir? I need an answer from everyone, sir. I need an answer from everyone. What are the 4 important parameters of a cursor? Declaring the cursor, opening the cursor, fetching the cursor, and closing the cursor, sir. If these 4 parameters are managed by the programmer, means that we can say what? explicit cursor, sir. Okay, if these four things are managed by the Oracle means, then we can say what? Implicit cursor. Hope you guys are comfortable. Hope you guys are comfortable or not. Shall we try to write some sample program, sir? Shall we try to write like one sample program using cursors? Yes. Yes. Okay then. So observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully. Okay. Observe carefully, sir. I'm going to write a one PLSQL block to write with the what cursor, sir. Okay. Declare, sir. Okay. And declare. I'm going to take like as on the cursor of what EMP cursor, sir. Okay. EMP cursor. Okay. Cursor name, sir. EMP underscore cursor is nothing but on what? My cursor name. You can write your cursor name, any name, sir. But for understanding purpose, I have taken like as on what? Employee table cursor, sir. That's all. Nothing more than that. Okay. And is keyword. And I'm going to select some columns. Okay. Employee number and employee name from employee table, sir. Okay. Yes. Okay then. So I'm going to take like as in the variable, sir. I'm going to take as in the variable here. What is that variable? To store the employee number. Okay. So I'm going to take what? Employee number, sir. Okay. Employee number of type, sir. What type it is? EMP table of EMP number of percentage type, sir. Right, sir? I just define one local variable, sir. I just define what one variable with the name called what employee number, sir. What is the type of this variable, sir? What is the type of this variable? EMP table. There is on the column called what EMP number of the particular column type. We just need to select, right or not? Right, sir? Right? Okay. And then employee name. Okay. EMP dot employee name of what? Percentage type, sir. Done. So hope you guys are comfortable, sir, about these lines of code. Begin block. Any doubts up to now? Up to now, is that clear, everyone? Any doubts? Yes. Okay then. So we just declared the cursor, sir. After declaring the cursor, what I need to do, sir? In order to execute this SQL statement, what I need to do? I need to open the cursor, right, sir? Okay, I'm just opening the cursor using what? Open keyword. Okay, with the cursor name. That is nothing but an what? Open cursor, sir. Open cursor. Yes, I have opened the cursor, sir. Okay, after opening the cursor, what I need to do, sir? Come on, sir. After opening the cursor, sir, the Oracle engine will execute the given select query on the database table. Okay, and then database table and storing into what? Cursor variable, sir. Okay, after opening the cursor, what I need to do? I need to fetch the data from the cursor or not? I need to fetch the data from the cursor or not, sir? Okay, fetch using fetch keyword. Okay, fetch keyword of EMP cursor. Okay, fetch keyword of EMP cursor. Okay, into class. Okay, into class of what? Employee number. Okay, and then employee name. Everyone, is that clear, sir? Everyone? Everyone, is that clear or not up to now? We just declared the cursor and we just opened the cursor and we fetched the data from the cursor as well. Okay. And then what I need to do, sir? After fetching, I need to display it, right? Display dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of, okay, line of employee number. Okay. Okay, employee number, and then followed by some space, and then followed by employee name. Employee name. Okay, yeah, done, sir. Done. After that one, what you need to do, sir? You need to close the cursor, right? Yes. And then end block and execute. Hope you guys are comfortable. Hope you guys are comfortable. How to declare the cursor, how to open the cursor, how to fetch the data from the cursor, how we are displaying the data from the local variables, and how we are going to close the cursor as well. Any doubts? What is an expected output, sir? What is the expected output? Can you guys tell me? What is an expected output, sir? How many records are there in employee table? Come on, sir. How many records are there in the employee table? 14 records are there. How many records you are expecting through PLSQL block? How many records you are expecting in your PLSQL block? What is the select command you have passed here? What is the select command you have passed here? Any filter condition is there? Any filter condition is there? Come on, guys, try to respond. Sir, if you are not responding anything means that should not be the good, sir. So you people are feeling as in the complex of this concept. I'm just writing as in the step by step, sir. Whatever the things we have discussed, I'm just keeping the things in that manner only, sir. I'm not writing any much more complex code as well. See, do we have any kind of conditions here? Tell me what is an expected output through this PLSQL block? We are expecting only employee number and employee name. But how many records you are expecting? 1 record or 14 records? 14 records, right? Right, sir. Okay, just to check it out, sir. Just to check it out. What you are getting date? Yeah. So what you are getting, sir? We are getting only one employee, sir. We are getting only one employee. You are getting only one employee, sir. So means your fetch statement is returning only one employee information. That is 7839 and king employee, sir. So go to the table and what is the first employee information you have? What is the first employee information you have? Come on, guys, please try to respond. Everyone. What is the first record we have, sir, here? Employee number is 7839 king employee or not? And we are getting the output of the, we are getting as an output is what? Only one record. So one record. So means you are selecting entire data from the table, but your fetch statement is giving only first employee information, right? So now tell me, how can I execute this statement with how can I execute this statement for multiple times? How can I execute this fetch statement for the multiple times? First time, the first record will get from the table. For the second fetch, it has to get from what? Second record from the table. Third fetch, third record from the table. Fourth fetch, it is going to fourth record from the table until unless 14 fetches, right? So whenever the fetch is 15, then tell me what I need to do. Do I need to execute this fetch statement for 15th fetch? Come on, guys. No. So tell me, I wanted to execute this fetch statement for multiple times. Then what I need to do? Can I surround that statement? Can I surround that fetch statement using loop or not? Right? Right, sir. Okay. So let us let us write that fetch statement in what? Loop, sir. Let us write what? Fetch statement in loop. Just go for what? ed, edit the file. And what I need to do, sir? I need to start the loop here. I need to start the loop here. And I need to exit the loop. Okay. So I need to start the loop here, sir. Okay. I need to start the loop here before the fetch statement. Okay. And I need to exit the loop. I need to exit the loop. When the loop should be exit, sir? When the loop should be an exit? Okay, exit. Okay, exit when? Okay, cursor name emp underscore cursor. Okay, percentage not found, sir. Okay, if it is not getting anything from the cursor, then it will exit from this loop. Understand, sir? Understand my point, guys? Everyone, this is the fetch statement. Sir. I placed the fetch statement with what? Loop here. Okay, and I wanted to exit from the loop whenever the cursor is not whenever the cursor is returning what? Not found result. Then it will get out from this loop, sir. Understand? Then end for the loop, sir. That's all. Hope you guys are comfortable. Save the file, go to the file, save it, and go to the one exit. Okay, execute it. So now we got like as on the 14 employees information or not, guys? Come on, guys. Now we got like as on the 14 employees information or not? Now we got like as on the 14 employees information or not, sir? Yes. So what we did, sir? We just added the fetch statement inside the loop so that until unless it is going to get like as in the 14 records. So whenever the cursor is returning like as a not found result, okay, it will get from the loop, sir. Sir, percentage not found is nothing but an what? It's nothing but an the predefined cursor variable in Oracle. Percentage not found. If the cursor contains what not found means, then I'm getting exit from the loop. Hope you guys are comfortable. So now tell me, whatever the cursor we have developed just now here, so that cursor is belongs to what? Implicit cursor or explicit cursor, sir? Come on, guys. Whatever the cursor we have developed here, so is that belongs to what? Implicit cursor or explicit cursor, sir? Explicit cursor, sir. Understand? That is nothing but an what? Explicit cursor. Okay. So here the programmer only taken care about what? Declaring the cursor, opening the cursor, fetching the cursor, and then what? Closing the cursor or not? Everything will be taken care by whom? Programmer. So that's why this example will belongs to what? Explicit cursor, sir. Understand, sir? Everyone? Everyone, is that clear? Yes. Any doubts on this an example? Any doubts on this an example? Okay then. Fine, sir. Okay. Let us try to understand some other attributes we have in the cursor, sir. Okay. So every Oracle cursor contains what? The below attributes, sir. That is percentage is open. Okay. Percentage is open. So this is nothing but the predefined attribute, sir. This is the predefined attribute in Oracle related to cursor. Percentage is open, sir. It just verifies this attribute is true if the cursor is opened. Okay, in order to validate whether the cursor, whatever the cursor you have declared, sir, whether that cursor is opened or not. Okay, using this using this attribute, you can get to know whether the cursor is opened or not. Okay, so that is if this attribute will returns true if the cursor is opened, otherwise it will returns what? False. That's all. Hope you guys are comfortable about the first attribute. Just wanted to validate whether the cursor is opened or not through programmatically. Understand? Through programmatically, just wanted to understand so whether the cursor is opened or not. Okay. Yes. Okay then. So we have the another attribute of the cursor, that is what? Percentage found, sir. percentage found. If the fetch operation got success, then it will returns what? True, sir. Otherwise, it will returns what? False. Okay. So if the fetch operation got success means it will returns true. Otherwise, it will returns what? False, sir. Okay. The same rule, it's a vice versa to what? Not found, sir. Percentage not found. If the fetch got a success means it will returns false. Otherwise, it will returns true. Understand, sir? So in our case, the 15th fetch, in the 15th fetch will becomes what? The 15th fetch will becomes what, sir? False. False means then it is going to return not found means what? If the fetch is not a success means then what it will return, sir? It will return true. Then it will get exit from the loop, sir. It will exit from the loop. Understand? That is what percentage not found, sir. And the percentage row count, sir. Percentage row count is meant for what? Just for returning like number of rows written from the cursor, sir. Number of rows written from the cursor. Right, sir? Right or not? So these are the four predefined variables. These are the four predefined variables related to what? Cursors, sir. Related to what? Cursors. Okay. Yes. So let us try to work on this, the four attributes, sir. I wanted to delete like as in the, I wanted to delete the record from the particular table, sir. Okay. I wanted to delete like as in the record from the particular table. So let us see here. Okay. Let us see here, sir. Okay. Go to this table. Okay. I have the one table in my database that is Mahesh IT underscore customers table or Mahesh underscore customers, sir. 1 minute, sir. Tables, go to the tables section. Okay, let me have this one, demo underscore users. No. Okay, so we'll have what? Mahesh IT underscore employees, sir. Okay, yeah. Okay, then. So we have some records in this table, sir. Okay, we have some records in this table. I wanted to delete this data. Okay, I wanted to delete the record from this table, sir. I wanted to delete some data. I wanted to delete the record from this table. Understand? So through PLSQL block, I wanted to insert the data from the table, sir. Observe carefully. Observe carefully, sir. Let me write quickly these things. Declare. Okay, declare, and then employee ID I wanted to take from the end user. Okay, that is nothing but an what? Employee ID, sir. Okay, employee ID, and then what? Begin block, sir. And then begin block. Okay, delete from. Okay, delete from what? Mahesh IT underscore employees. Okay, where what is the number, sir? Employee underscore ID equal to employee ID, sir. Okay, employee ID. Okay, then after deleting, sir, after deleting, if SQL is the one of the predefined cursor, sir. SQL is one of the predefined cursor. If predefined cursor percentage found means, then if the SQL predefined cursor percentage found means, then what I can do, sir? DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line of record deleted successfully. Record deleted successfully, sir. That's all. Okay. Successfully. Else block DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. So no data found, sir. No data found for the given employee ID. For the given employee ID, sir. Okay. And then end block, sir. That's all. Okay. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. I'm just trying to delete the record from the table through PLSQL block, and we are using what predefined cursor attribute. That is SQL is nothing but an what predefined cursor. And if it is found means, if the select query, if the delete query record got deleted means that it can say what found, sir. Found. If it is found means it will be the getting what record got deleted successfully, and you are trying to delete the record which is non-existed in the table. You are trying to delete the record which are not existed in the table, sir. In such a case, so SQL, the predefined cursor percentage found will becomes what failed. In such a case, you are going to get what no data for the given employee, sir. Okay. Yes. So see, sir, let me pick one employee, sir. Let me pick from one employee here. I'm going to delete the employee called what 35th employee, sir. Okay. Yeah. Observe carefully, sir. Percentage here 35 employees, sir. What it is saying, sir? 1 minute. Error at the line number 2. Error at what? Line number. Okay, uncounted the symbols are 1 minute. One minute, sir. And the ED here. Employee ID equal to employee ID, sir. Delete from Mahesh IT underscore employee, and then followed by what? Here it is nothing but on what employee ID. Save, exit. Okay, 35, sir. 35. What you are getting, sir? Yeah. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, got it, sir. Got it. So type is missed, sir. Type is missed. Okay, number type, sir. That's all. Okay, number type. Type is missed, sir, for the variable. Save this one and exit. Okay, try to delete it. 35, sir. Delete from Mahesh IT underscore employees where employee ID table or view does not exist. Okay, got it, sir. So we are working with what DBA account, and we are working with what Mahesh connection, sir. Mahesh account, sir. That is what the problem. 1 minute, sir. Okay, create a 1 minute, sir. Let me do one thing. So let me delete it. One more table. Okay. So select a star from Mahesh underscore employees, sir. Okay, Mahesh underscore employees. Okay. So we have this table, sir. Let us delete it. Okay. Yeah, instead of Mahesh IT underscore employees, sir, this table is a part of the Mahesh account, sir. It is not a part of the system account. Okay. That's why the issue, sir. Okay, Mahesh underscore employee and then employee underscore ID. That should be the fine. Okay, fine. Save the file and exit the file. Okay, that's all, sir. Just change the table, sir. Just change the table. That's all, nothing more than that. Okay, so what is an employee is existed, sir? 5. So you can delete like as in what? 5, sir. Okay, 5. So see, sir, now we are getting the things or not? Record got deleted successfully, sir. If your delete, if the given employee ID is matched in the table means, then it is going to return what? Found, sir. Then it is going to return what? Found as on the true. then it is going to return as an what? SQL percentage found as an what? True, sir. Then you are going to get what? Record has been deleted. I'm going to delete the record. So tell me, is this record is existed in the table, sir? Is this record is existed in the table? Come on, guys. Is this record is existed in the table or not? Is this record is existed in the table or not, sir? No. If it is not existed means then SQL percentage found will returns what? False. False. Then you are going to get what? Observe carefully. Then you are going to get what, sir? See, no data found for the given employee ID. Understand? So SQL is nothing but an what? Predefined cursor, and percentage found is nothing but an the variable attribute, sir. So this attribute will returns true if the record is existed from the table and it is deleted successfully, means it is going to return the true, sir. If the supplied employee ID is not existed in the table and delete got failed, means then it is going to return what? False. Understand? Understand, sir? Hope you guys are comfortable. So 5 is an employee which existed in the table and record got deleted successfully. And 25986, 25896, this employee is not existed in the table. Then you are going to get what? No data found in the given employee, sir. Understand? Yes. This is nothing but an what? Percentage found, sir. This is nothing but an what? Percentage found. Okay. Yes. This is nothing but an what? The percentage found, sir. Okay. Example on percentage found, sir. Example on percentage found. That's all. Okay. I'm going to write like as another example for what? Percentage row count, sir. Percentage row count. Okay. It will returns what? The number of rows affected in the cursor, sir. Understand? It is going to return what? The number of rows affected in the SQL query. That's all. Okay. Let us give a try for that. So declare. Okay. Declare, sir. Okay. Declare. Okay. Declare. I'm going to take like as an employee ID, or you can go with what? Declare section and the number of records, sir. Number of records count. That is number type, sir. Okay. Number type. Observe carefully. Begin block. Okay. This is begin block. Okay. Update EMP set salary is equal to what? Current salary plus 500, sir. Current salary plus 500. Okay. That's all. This is what as an update statement. What I am doing, sir, here? What I am doing here, can you please confirm? We are just updating the salary of an employee table or not? Come on, guys. We are just updating the salary of an employee table or not? If you see here, select star from employee table. So these are the salaries which you have already in the database table. So now I am performing what? Salary increment or not? Now I am doing what? Salary increment for every row in the table or not, sir? Now I am doing what? The salary increment for every row on the table or not? Right? Yes. Okay then. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm doing what? Just performing what? Salary update on every row of the table. Understand? Then after that, what I'm going to do here is, okay, I just wanted to know how many records are affected, sir. Number of records count is equal to percentage, SQL percentage of row count, sir. SQL percentage of what? Row count. That's all. So we just wanted to know the number of rows affected in the, we just wanted to know the number of rows affected for the given SQL statement. Understand? Understand, sir? Yes. Okay then. Okay. And we are going to write a statement called what? If SQL percentage found, if the SQL percentage found means, then I can say what? DBMS underscore output dot, okay, put underscore line, okay, put underscore line, all rows updated, sir. All rows updated. That's all. Okay, all rows got updated, sir. That's all, sir. Okay, and then end if, okay, and then end if, and then end block. That's all. Yeah. Okay. So small mistake is there. Equal to, we need to do for an what, a number of records that as in the number. Okay, and then go with what, equal to, and perform what, commit operation as well. Okay, after performing the update, sir, just do what, commit as well. So see, sir, after performing the update, sir, I just added like as in the commit word as well, and then we just added what, equal to. That's all, nothing more than that. Okay, yeah. See, sir, the procedure has been executed successfully, sir. The procedure has been executed successfully. Just go back to the table and just refresh the table, sir. So now tell me, so all the rows got affected or not? All the rows are affected or not, sir? Come on, guys. All the rows are affected or not? We just need to display this value, sir. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Small correction. Percentage found is not required. Just need to know what the rows count, sir. Okay. That is number of records count, sir. That's all. Okay. Exit off. Execute. Why it is getting not as in 0? 1 minute, sir. ED. Okay, 1 minute. Just for a test. Okay. And then SQL percentage, sir. Okay. Exit off. It is returning what? 2. 0. But go back to the table and re-verify. It is updating, sir. Salaries are updating, but it is not returning like as in the row count, sir. I am expecting like as in the 14 rows should be affected, sir. Okay, I'm expecting like as in the 14 should be here instead of 0. That is what I'm expecting, sir. Okay. Updated na, maybe that not be, yeah, that is what it is updating fine, sir, but it has to display what the things. It has to display the things, sir. That is the 1 minute. Okay, this is an example on what a percentage row count, sir. Percentage what, row count. Okay, so just a minute, let me have a look, sir. Okay, percentage row count, sir. Percentage row count. Row count in PLSQL. 1 minute. I will explain, sir. Just a minute. So you are talking about this one, sir. Line number 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. Yeah. So what we are trying to understand is just whatever the update statement, whatever the update statement related number of rows affected, sir. Okay, that number of rows will get it here, sir. Percentage row count. SQL is what predefined cursor. In that cursor, we are just getting to know what the previous SQL updated count. That's all. Okay. Yeah, that is what the thing, sir. 1 minute. Why it is returning as in the 0? Okay. Let me have a look once, sir. Okay. Let me have a look once why it is returning as on the 0, and we'll see the continuation on the tomorrow session, sir. Okay. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir, with respect to the cursors. Yeah, we are storing that count into here, sir. Okay, even this is returning what 0, right? Even it is returning what this one as on the 0 test. I just added that debug as well. SQL percentage of row count that is returning as on the 0. But why it is returning the 0? It should have to return 14. Okay. Yeah. I will have a look, sir. I will have a look and get back to you on this one the tomorrow session. Okay. Yeah. Any questions, any doubts? Any questions, any doubts about the cursors? So tomorrow we will complete with this cursors, sir. Tomorrow we will complete with these cursors, and then we'll start with stored procedures and stored functions, sir. How to create a stored procedure and how to create a like as in the stored function. Whatever the PLSQL blocks so far we have developed, those are nothing but an what? Those are nothing but an what? Not a reusable components. If you want this PLSQL blocks as in the reusable components means you need to create what? Stored procedure or stored function on top of this one. Understand, sir? Whatever the PLSQL blocks we have developed so far, sir, those PLSQL blocks are not reusable components. To make that as an what reusable PLSQL blocks means you need to create what? Stored procedures and stored functions, sir. Okay, that is what we are going to done, sir. That is what we are going to understand in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we will work with what? Some more examples on the cursors, and then we'll complete with the cursors and we'll start writing with what? Stored procedures. How to create a stored procedure with input variables and output variables. Okay, all these stuffs we are going to see, sir, on the tomorrow. Okay, yes. So that's all for today, sir. If you have any questions, please go ahead with your questions, sir.